Good morning from Malaysia. This is stage 2 of the Tour of Langkawi. We started in Kuala Terengganu, where we finished our stage yesterday, and go in a north-northeasterly direction to Kota Baru. We're still on the northeast coast of the country of Malaysia to Kota Baru. And this is one man in the lead. And my friend Brian Smith will be happy because we spotted a Scot. Good morning, Brian. In the nest will turn out to be male, or the other way around, I don't know for sure. But due to the rising temperatures, we have quite an unequal male-female situation in the turtle population, which is causing a little bit of trouble on Turtle Tinder. So, but if you go to Malaysia, there's a fantastic resort there, and I don't have any affiliation with them. They are in the article by the BBC. It's called the Tanjung Jara Resort, and you can adopt a turtle nest and even book your accommodation at the estimated time of the hatching. Of course, you're kept as a very large distance as not to disturb the hedging process, but really love the city. It's a bit rough, but...
What?
It's a bit rough. It was a bit rough, but I loved it. I loved it. Next year we're going to Leeds, by the way, not to Glasgow again. They didn't want to go to Glasgow
you thought
again.
Glasgow was rough? No, sorry, Leeds in Yorkshire. But yeah, Glasgow's changing all the time. You got to remember Glasgow. Glasgow, as they say, the slogan for many years when I was young. Glasgow smiles better. In other words, it's just a plain miles better. It used to be Flora into the Basque Country, and he's done rather well.
We got a little wave there for one of the riders of the South Korean team. It's Bae-Jung Shin waving to us on the camera there. Yeah, it's the same route that Ducati took, isn't it? Via Caja Rural to the World Tour, and he ended up on the Vuelta podium. Sprinters in the world shows that he does have the potential to be part of a hypothetical Giro d'Italia squad next year for Tudor. I made the huge faux pas, Brian, when they announced a whole array of riders for next year that I didn't see that it was embargoed until 10 or 11 that morning. It's one of the first things I saw in the morning, so I thought, wow, they announced like 6 new riders, including the likes of Matteo Trentin. That is big news. I'll put it on my Twitter.
I believe you're a fan of...
Is that football or is that rugby?
Yeah, football. No, great match last night with South Africa v Ireland. So my granddad will be happy. But yeah, I know you're a fan of Shetland and Douglas Henschel. He's another St Mirren fan as well. So yeah,
my entire timeline yesterday was full of the South Africa versus. We're under the 20-kilometer mark with a complete peloton, and we are making our way to intermediate sprint. We're basically, just like Brian explained, we're basically just following this road. It's not the actual coastal road. We're a little bit inland, so we're not on the coast. Sadly, it would have been nice. There's some great views there. Well, we're going to Kota Baru, which translates into, I saw it what did it translate into? New city, actually. It was founded in 1844, our Finnish town, by the Sultan Muhammad II of Kelantan. Became the capital city here, as we have a new attack on the left side of the road.
Same teams, isn't it?
Yeah, Equipo Kernfarma. The Spanish. All 15, the biggest group of riders, the biggest nationality, are the Spanish. They've got 15 riders of the 128. 3 Spanish teams here, and they're really doing great. They had Johnston, of course, in the lead, and this is a new attack. It's quite impossible for me to recognise who this is. You must forgive me for that.
What,
But
even
really,
with the steady cam?
even with the steady cam, it would be hard. Yes.
Yeah, same teams, Ken Farmer in the kind of petrol green, and then Caharual, Euskaltel in the orange. A few more riders kind of joining them. There is a danger. We mentioned before that we've got kind of small teams here, but it does look as if Tudor are involved here. We've got a group of about maybe...
At all. I think they're already there, Brian. I think they're already past the line.
500. Here we go.
Looks like the peloton have come back, and the line is right here. And again, the riders in pink there with the bonus seconds. That is a good move there by E of Education Easy Post. We did see that yesterday as well with Simon Carr. There we have it. Big man Scully taking 3. Carr taking 2, and Barta, just like yesterday, picking up some points as well. Thomas Barta is moving up in the GC, as is Simon Carr.
It's quite early to do this in teams of 6 riders. It's very, very early to do it, but as we heard from Weymouth, unfortunately we heard it and it hasn't gone out, but he said he just hopes everybody keeps a straight line in the sprint.
Currently they're really racing together, but yesterday it only resulted in a 20th place for George Jackson, the man with the mullet. Final 3 kilometers are coming up as we have Tarozzi here at the back, Natarov, 2 riders probably doing some work there for their sprinter teams. Yeah, this is what you explained, Brian. This camera shot is it's pretty hard for us to discern anything. But this is that turn at 3k to go, so this is a left-hander, and then in the final kilometre we got 2 of these turns to go.
Yeah, I don't think big wide roads, plenty of room. Technical finish would kind of string the peloton out a little bit, but just as we say that kind of one kind of left-hand turn there is kind of strung the peloton out. We've not got riders all over the roads in the train, in the left-hand side as well. I think Human Powered Health for Weymouth in the orange also there, so kind of splitting the peloton, but not the split we normally see. It's kind of split down the middle. Looks as if Bolton Equity is still on the right-hand side. I think they will go with Bostock today and probably help them a little bit better, but some other teams starting to infiltrate the lead-out trains now, so this is getting rather messy.
I think this is the blue of the Hengshang cycling team, racing with the Cristian Railianu, the man from Romania, trying to mingle in the sprint. The people are everywhere. We're in the final 2 kilometers. The final kilometer sign is about to come up. Speed is around 50 kilometers an hour right here. And then just after the final kilometer sign, the Flamme Rouge, we got 1 turn to go, and then straight after another one, which will take some speed out of the peloton. The first one is going to be a right-hander, and then we have a left-hander, and then we go straight to the finish line for the final 800 meters. Things seem to have calmed down just a little bit as the Flamme Rouge is right here. And now you have to be at the front and make sure you still have a few riders in front of you for the first of the 2 turns. This is a very dangerous situation there as we take that first turn to the right here. And, well, it's all about deciding which side of the traffic island that you take, because you might find yourself in a little bit of a pickle if you end up on the wrong side. Now we have that left-hand turn as the camera bike stays with the rear of the peloton, because it's 300 meters to go. There we have it, a fantastic lead out yet again by Michael Zeilaert. Michael Zeilaert with on his wheel Arvid de Klein in that leader's jersey. Syriza is there, Zanoncello is there as well. The man from the Czech Republic is there for Caja Rural, but this should be a good one for Arvid de Klein, although Gleb Syriza does have the power and he wins the stage. And this came